Welcome to Pepe's world. It's Guerrilla Warfare Pepe here. And his trusty psychic Data. Hey! Today we're going to be making something really fucking dangerous that's likely to kill someone. Likely you, but you're still going to want to do it anyway. There are some things in life that you just don't fuck with, no matter how bad your enemies are, right? You know, like your kids, or your motorcycle, musical instrument, or your pets. Today we're going to be learning how to protect one of those things, your motorcycle. If someone tried to steal this, I wouldn't be nice to them. It would be beyond the limits. I know what you're thinking, right? I'm not cool enough to have a bike like that. And you'd be right. Which is why I wouldn't really mind if at the time when they're trying to steal it, I just happen to have a minor electrical fault. So, what are we going to be doing exactly? Well, we're going to be rigging up the handlebars to unleash 400,000 volts with a little module that we can gonna get from the internet for like $2, an Arduino, and a voltage regulator. Okay, here's the schematic. After drawing many penises, I finally came up with an idea that should work and should not fry everything. Alright, well, the battery is 12 volts. So that's why we're going to go through a 5 volt voltage regulator played by LM317. We're going to need to sense shit through the handlebars, right? 2 wires going into its analog input pins, but they'll be going through a relay because when we put through 140,000 fucking volts, that's going to actually fucking go straight into our Arduino, and we don't want that. That's awful. When we actually put voltage into the relay, it'll disconnect these guys, and that way the 400,000 volts will not go into the Arduino. The thing is, we'll be using a transistor here to switch this on and off. However, our relay itself needs 12 fucking volts, right? So, fuck that up. So, instead of using the Arduino directly to turn off and on the relay, it'll go through a transistor, and the transistor will be powered by 12 volts. Yeah. Shut up. The battery will be played today by this 12 volt converter. It's a step-up converter that goes from a USB jack. Yeah, wicked. Let's get started. Well, actually, how does he say it? So let's get started. You'll know who it is. For such a simple on-off thing, it doesn't really matter which transistor you use. Little did Pepe know that this would be the major cause of over 2 months worth of headaches. Stupid fucking gimmicks. 2 seconds of laughs and 5 minutes of cleaning up. Fuck, man. I might take that back about not mattering what kind of fucking transistor you use, eh? That shit gets fucking hot when it's on the arse end of one of these, I'm going for something bigger. One of these big fat fucks. I believe the term is MOSFET. Fuck! Ah! Fuck! Yeah, don't get your collector base and your emitter around the wrong way. That's what I was doing. Fucking idiot. Hello? Dave Jones? Yeah, it's me. I just called to let you know that I let you down. Yeah, they did fall out. Clicky clicky. The relay will be connecting and disconnecting the 2 capacitive touch channels, which will be going to the Arduino's analog input. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Okay, so Christmas happened, and because it's the end of the year, I decided to change my shirt. I thought I would just check how much current this goddamn thing is actually using, right? Because it'll allow me to make a better decision as far as transformers and shit goes, right? Transformers? I mean, transistors. Fucking ears. 0.8 amps, which according to the Japanese is 800 milliamps. Fuck. This whole fucking time, this little power thing only outputs 0.7 amps. And you know what that means? That means I'm a fucking idiot and I've been fucking around with MOSFETs and wondering why the fuck I'm not getting any shit. Because of my supply is just fucking... Hold on a second. Now the thing with capacitive touching is that, unlike me, you've got to be pretty grounded, right? So, how are we going to do that on a vehicle? Okay, capacitive touch works like a low-pass filter. A human being is like a capacitor which has got a connection to ground. And if you've got a low pass, then that means that any change in the send pin takes a long time to manifest itself on the receive pin. The bigger the capacitance, the lower the frequency, and the longer the time it takes for the send pin to manifest its changes on the receive pin. But without a connection to ground, this might be an issue. Okay, yeah, right, what do we got? We've got a send pin and a receive pin set up on the Arduino with a huge fucking resistor there. That's 10 mega ohms. This here registers differences. Funny thing is that capacitance goes up if you touch this side. Capacitance goes down if you touch this side. I was actually thinking, wouldn't it be neat if, you know, I could use this to detect the touch on two different handlebars at the same time? But I'm not going to do that. Why would you introduce something slightly cooler than what we're going to do and then not actually do it? You know that just makes everyone feel disappointed. This is Pepe's world. We live in disappointment. Why can't they make guitar amplifiers in the United States still? Hi Cindy, yeah, it's Pepe. From Pepe's world. Why do they have to make them in China with all their crappy parts? The show. It's on YouTube. P-E-P-E. Wow, this boxing movie looks awesome in 3D. My glasses! Regular life. Okay, so let's go pack up all of our shit and go out to the bike. And one thing of note, no fucking mains reference. Insulated. Physical capacitive touch calibration is actually really difficult. Having the laptop there and shit is just interfering with everything. It's bullshit. My bike is right next to this chick's bedroom window, and when I sit out there like with my phone and stuff, I think they get a little freaked out. It might also have something to do with me not wearing a shirt. Topless Pepe has an idea. Pepe's world. Okay, so just my fucking luck, right? Every metal part on this entire bike is all at ground potential, so I can't use it to select or even zap anything. Tonight on the Forensic Files, Pepe's buddy from tire tracks left by a motorcycle. It appears to be a Suzuki VL250 Intruder. Thick in hand. Plan B! Buzz, buzz, buzz! Okay, so what we're going to do is a simple circuit with a capacitive touch sensor on a Arduino ATtiny85, and that will activate a zapper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to essentially wire into the brake light, detect when that's on, because you need the key to do that shit, right? And I'm just going to put some little probes on the seat over in here, which is a lot easier. I'm just going to put some probes up on the seat. Fuck it. Yeah, so since the capacitive touch wire isn't the same as the zappy wire, it kind of means that most of the first half of this entire video is irrelevant. Now I don't have the, the proper clamps for connecting to a motorcycle battery, but I've got alligator clips.
Substandard connectors.
This here is the brake lights. The brake light goes on when the key is put in. Let's have a look. Oh, motherfucker, be 12 volts. You know what that fucking means? It means motherfucker's gonna have to be voltage divided down in order for it to be safe for the microcontroller. You know, I can tell the power going to the brake light isn't directly from the battery, because the battery is actually 13 volts, while the power to the light is 12.
Voltage regulation.
Outside soldering. Alright, so this is our main circuit. What do we got? We've got 12 volts coming off of our battery over here, and then it goes through a Allen 317 voltage regulator, which gives us a nice clean 3.4 volts. This goes into the ATtiny85 microprocessor, which is running software serial. So anything that this thing thinks, we can view it out of the TX pin over here. The RX pin, whilst the library might be doing stuff with it, we can ignore that, and we can double it up to the brake light pin. So this pin is in receive mode, and it goes through a voltage divider to go from its ugly 12 volts down to a very low current 3.3 volts. Our touch pins over here are P1 and P0. We have a huge resistance here of 18 mega ohms. And on P2, when the ATtiny85 decides to fire out a zapper, it goes through this voltage divider here with a pull-up resistor to send a teeny weeny 3.3 volts to the MOSFET, which connects up the circuit and fires off the zapper. And it's buffered with a 470 UF capacitor. Alright! Okay, so we have lead battery going in through to a 3.3 volt linear regulator, and which is feeding an ATtiny, and serial terminal goes all the way through here with the ground reference through to an Arduino super thing, I can't remember what they're called, which displays its signals. Okay, right, so what do we got on our little box? 500 or so when no one's near, sit on it, we get a good strong reading of 2000 plus. When doing electronics, it's always better to build your electronic circuits to the physical design, not the other way around. That's why I've got my bike seat right here.
Building stuff with your shirt off.
What's the thinnest wire you can think of? Speaker wire, telephone wire, single threaded wire, bee's pube? How about fuse wire? This should be the most invisible type of wire that I could get my hands on, I think. I'm curious to see if I can feel the zap underneath the leather seat here. It's so cute. I can stop it with my hand. Oh, it's so pathetic. I'm super gluing 3 little strands, and I'm using the edge of my tweezers to sort of ease the super glue along the wire. Because on Pepe's World we don't have much money, what's the best way to disguise three metal wires like this on a black seat? Yet another one of the Pepe's World inventions that looks like shit, but it does the job. Okay, so it looks like shit, and I pretty much ruined the resaleability of my bike. It mostly looks like some kind of monster's just gone rah and fucking scraped it. However, we've got 3 nicely thinly veiled wires, which should be touch sensing. 400,000 volts should jump through this barrier. Let's try it out. Right here at the end, I'll make these 2 wires very close together. Now the number 1 rule of capacitive touch sensing shit is make the actual capacitive sensor very close to the thing you want to sense. So fuck all this. It's going to be directly on the seat, and it'll simply just get its power from the bike. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So when I put the PCB in here, it's just sort of sits on this edge here. And when I connect my female jumpers up eventually, I'm going to run out of height. I want to get rid of that bar there. Should allow me to sit this board much lower. I'm never going to be able to sell this bike again. But I don't give a shit, because that's not why I bought it. If you buy something just so you can sell it again, just don't fucking buy it. You know, I don't like the whole like, oh, let's put plastic on the furniture, let's always look after our thing in case we want to sell it again. Fuck that. Good things should be loved and enjoyed and used. That's what I fucking reckon. Okay, cool. Okay, the zapper is done. We've got some little plugs here to eventually plug into the PCB, and we've wired it up to there. Fucking yes! Shit tons of room. Now that the physicality is more or less sorted out, we can calibrate the touch sensor because we've got some decent numbers to work with that we know will be constant. Hey, upside down boy. Oh, g'day. Actually, Why don't I make sure the chip works? Okay, test the brake signal. Yep, BY, BN. Cool, it works. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa! Let's plug this bad boy in and see what we get. It isn't calibrated yet, but we'll get to that in a minute. One of these wires is the touch, and I can't remember which one. No joy. Looks like we have to do some diagnostics. Looks like shit's fine. I just needed to put a resistor in there to limit the current going to the gate. Alright. I'll put in a flyback protection diode. I can already hear the engineers like yelling at me, oh, you should put a protection diode in there, an inductive load and blah blah blah. Yeah, I fucking see it. Jeez Louise. You try to do something nice. Now I gotta rebuild this fucking thing because when I sat on it, I actually broke the whole thing because of my giant fat ass. Fuck. Where did I put that fucking wire? Fuck. This was supposed to be an action shot. I thought it would be a little bit more sensible. I've got some thicker wires here now. They're single core wires from a fucking telephone cable. I'm going to use this, special marker for, marking on like CDs and stuff to go over there first. And then to top shit off, I'm going to cover it with, leather polish, shoe polish shit. Highway to the marker zone. Highway to the solder zone. Pepe's speeding shit up drying trick number 506. Ow! Bastard fucking fumes! Oh, shit balls! Oh, Jesus, that one made me fart. Highway to the parlor zone. I really should get a longer cable for this thing. Okay, looks like we've got it working pretty damn well now. And we've got a little testy box, so let's go sit outside and get some numbers. 1,000, 1,400, 1,000, 1,400. I think that ought to do it. Alright, let's connect up the zapper. Yep. Capacitive touches connected. Serial port. All we should have left is to power it to the bike. Ah, crap. Why no zap, motherfucker? Yeah, so I put in a script to just literally fire the zapper and it's not doing that. So there's another electrical fault somewhere. Why doesn't this just work? It's only a MOSFET. Why are there so many circuits with MOSFETs? And why doesn't my one work? Circuits are simple, but still beyond me. I can't get anything right. Someday I'll find it, the wiggly connection, the voltage, the current, and me. Okay, from the enormous fucking zap that I got through my wrist, I think it's working. It's just not arcing. Fuck. Well, flick that off. Yep, this physical configuration here is not enough. It's not close enough with the wires to make them arc. But you put that shit closer. Oh right, so we come along and we've got power there. Can touch this thing as much as I like. No fucking problems. Turn off the power though. Some cunt comes along and zapped him right in the nuts. Tune in for part 2 where we talk about the software that goes into this thing, including some safety precautions. This is Pepe's World, the show for computer hackers and electronics enthusiasts with no money
and no friends.
Raspberry Pi, Arduino, YouTube, 3D printers and drones. Like, share, and subscribe.